So your size is determined by your input. So that is the numbers game. It's in versus out. And that's the exact formula for weight loss. Again, if people can go read that, it's a 5-minute read. And all of a sudden they go, oh my God, it can't be that simple. Yeah, it is that simple. However, when it comes to nutrition, there are foods that help and there are foods that hurt. And ideally, we would have the majority of our intake be from the foods that help category and less of the foods that hurt. Now, one of the things that I have a real problem with diets in general, including keto, including intermittent fasting. I mean, the intermittent fasting thing kills me because humans have a fast built into our day. It's called sleep, right? And then we wake up and we have breakfast. We're breaking the fast. There's no reason to restrict yourself. You can only eat between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's insanity, and it sets you up for failure. It's not a long-term plan. And when you get on a plan, if it's working, when you get off it, success goes away. So intake throughout your day. I am a firm believer in having a little fuel in the morning, much like if I were going to take a long auto trip, I would gas up before I went on the trip. I wouldn't try to drive 150 miles and then say, oh, now I'm going to get gas. I would start with a full tank. So our body needs fuel. Food is fuel. Food is good for us. But, there's all the things in the healthy category, the lean protein sources, the nuts, the beans, the legumes, certain produce items. There's fruits and veggies. I think there are some good dairy products. Not everybody's averse to dairy. I really love the almond milks and the soy milks, and some people still want to go with cow milks. That's up to them. But yeah, you can do a lot of good for your body with certain dairy products. I'm a vegetarian. Doesn't mean everybody's got to be a vegetarian. There are healthy meats. And then there are meats that are just pretty bad for you. It's the processed meats, number one. They are what do we call them? A category 1 carcinogen by the World Health Organization. So the World Health Organization thinks you're likely to experience cancer if you eat lots of sausage and bacon and other processed meats. So steer clear. I think so. Treat them like cigarettes. Maybe one won't cause lung cancer. Maybe it will. So you make those decisions yourself. Alcohol, obviously not very good for your body. Even wine, it has damaging properties. I believe that's also considered a category 1 carcinogen by the World Health Organization. And for the most part, you don't have to be rigid about anything. I think the only place rigidity comes into place is if you personally are allergic to something, right? So one of my kids has a dairy issue and a gluten issue. So there's none of that. They just decide it's not worth it for me. But if you don't have a gluten allergy, well, sure, you can have some whole grains, and carbs are great. Carbs are energy. Carbs are fuel. So fruit, lots of those. Veggies, lots of those. I'm never going to avoid those type of carbohydrates. Potatoes, rich with nutrition and quality energy. That's a wonderful fuel source. So I don't want people to be afraid of carbs. I want them to seek out the best kind and then use it. Put them to good work. Go get some exercise, right? And then when you choose your caloric budget with the exact formula, for me, I think 85 to 90% of your caloric intake should be quality. It's not white crackers. It's not white bread. If you're going to have a cracker, make it a whole grain cracker or a whole grain bread. And then you have some wiggle room. So if 10 to 15% of your caloric intake is chocolate or French fries or a beer, then so be it, right? You shouldn't have to deprive yourself of everything you want. You get mostly healthy because you care about your body. And then when someone offers you a Hershey Kiss, you say, sure, thanks, I'll have it.